This video is about factoring trinomials. The 2 is because it's part 2 of a 2 video lesson. Factoring trinomials, we have a couple different types. Some are a little bit easier than others. This one talks about the more difficult ones, and so we need to have some sort of strategy for solving these ones. Let's look at a few examples. So these ones will say factor, and we'll have 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. Our goal on these is to kind of unfoil, that's what factor means, go back to the 2 binomials before they were foiled together to get this trinomial. We want to look at the first term here, the 2x squared, and figure out what two things multiplied give us 2x squared. So let's look at the coefficient first. To get 2, we have 2 times 1. To get x squared, we have x times x. So we will have 2x times x. Then we have to look at the last term, the 3. And two numbers that multiply to 3 are 3 and 1. And plus signs in there. But we don't know if we have the right two binomials. The way to check that is the outers and inners, because in order to check the outers and inners, that will give us our middle term there. So we have 2x times 3, and we have 1 times x. 2x times 3 is 6x. 1 times x is x, and if I add those together, I do get the 7x. So our answer is 2x plus 1 times x plus 3. Next example. We want to factor 6a squared minus 23a minus 4. Same idea, get two binomials. This one's a little bit harder than the last one because when I look at that first and last term, there's more than one set of factors that equal that number. So 6a squared, 6 could be 1 times 6, or it could be 2 times 3. And same with 4. 4 could be 4 times 1 or 2 times 2. So we have to kind of just pick one and check and see what we get. So if I have the 6, let's go ahead and do 6a times 1a. And the 4, we'll use 2 times 2. Now because this is negative, that means 1 is plus and 1 is negative. And then we will try to get the negative 23 when we do the outers and inners. So this might be our two binomials, but we have to check. So we have 6a times a negative 2 and 2 times a. 6a times negative 2 is negative 12a, and 2 times a is 2a. And so negative 12a plus 2a is negative 10a. Notice that's not the negative 23a that we are looking for. So we have to try something different. Now before I change all of them, what I'm going to do is just change the last one. Don't want to go too crazy all at the beginning. So I tried 6a and a with 2 and 2. Now let's try 4 and 1. Now let's look at our outers and inners. So we have 6a times a negative 1 and a 4 times a. Here we get negative 6a, here we get 4a. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2a. So that doesn't work. However, it could be that I just put them in the wrong order. So what I want to do is erase these. But now I want to put the 1 here and the 4 there and see if that works. Now let's try our outers and inners. So we have 6a times a negative 4 and 1 times a. 6a times a negative 4 is negative 24a, and 1 times a is a. Negative 24a plus 1 is negative 23a. That's exactly what we are looking for. So our final answer is 6a plus 1 times a minus 4. Last example, we want to factor 7x squared minus 9x minus 10. 7's pretty easy. We know we have a 7x times x in the front, but in the back, 10 could be 1 times 10 or 2 times 5. Just depends. So let's look at 2 and 5 first. Again, because we have a minus, we need 1 plus and 1 minus. And let's check our outers and inners. So 7x times 5, and then negative 2 times x. So 7x times 5 is 35x, negative 2x on this side. 35 minus 2 is 33x. We're looking for negative 9, so that doesn't work. However, remember that maybe I just need to swap the places on these ones. So I'm going to put the 5 here and the 2 here. So we have 7x times 2 and negative 5 times x. 7x times 2 is 14x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. 14 minus 5 is 9x. Oh, so close. Be careful. We got a positive 9x. There's a negative in front of here. So what do we do? Well, that just means that we needed to change our signs. So we have the minus on the first group and a plus on the second group. We just need to swap those. So the plus needs to go here and the minus here, so that we would get negative 14 and a positive 5 gives us the negative 9x. That's it for this video. As you work through the lesson, if you have any questions, be sure to ask your teacher. Have a great day.